of Super Strings Studio Live. I'm Bonnie Buckley and welcome back. In this episode I'm going to be telling you all about ways that you can jumpstart your year as an orchestra or group strings teacher. I have several ideas that can really help you get your year off to a good start. I know everyone has to probably follow your curricular plan for the year, and you'll be planning that out according to your district. That's unique to your administrators and what you have to do. But these things that I would like to tell you about are things that we can all use probably in our group classes. So the first thing really is make sure that you do your community building in the very first meeting of the year. These are things like standing at the door and shaking each student's hand. This gives you a personal connection that you might not otherwise have, and it starts to build a level of trust in your students and your community. So then you want to do things like icebreakers and things that help kids relax and become comfortable with you and with each other, and it's different for different kids, so you might want to have a few different activities planned for that. So the next thing is really nice, a way to organize your classroom and help you with management of your group. This is letting your students come up with the master plan for their rules and regulations. So you might let them work on this. It depends on how big your groups are, but if it's not too big, then you can do it all together and maybe just have you as a guide for these. But if you give children or teenagers the chance to think about this themselves, they are amazing in what they can come up with and how they want the group to flow with respect and having a well-behaved group, and really amazing ways to regulate themselves if you give them the chance. Of course, you can guide them and be there to maybe implement the things that are non-negotiable, things that you want to have in there. But within that framework, I think you can really let them come up with the rules and help them think about things that they're going to need in the year of studying in your class. So another thing that you can do to really get your year organized and well off to a good start is plan out your professional development. If your district has things that you can sign up for, maybe that's the easiest way you can get involved at the district level. If things are already planned, that's nice, that's wonderful. Maybe you're in a district that's a little further out or not in a big city. You could sign up for your state level meetings, or maybe even consider going to a national meeting for strings. These are really amazing places to meet others and get great ideas, and you don't have to do something every single month, but if you do 2 or 3 professional development activities throughout the year, that will really improve your teaching and help you feel connected to the string teaching community. Another thing that you can really do to get your year off to a great start is plan to reach out to some colleagues, even if it's 1 or 2, just to get to know them, and maybe you can learn from them or they can learn from you. It's really nice to have some live support in your teaching. And if you're new, if you're in the first 1, 2, or 3 years of your teaching, you can reach out to someone maybe as a mentor. I know when I was first teaching and it was part of my program, I needed to have a mentor teacher. And we actually met maybe a couple times a month. I can't remember how many hours I had to count in my program, but it was so nice to have someone who'd been around teaching for a lot more years than me, and through the difficulties and sharing ideas, and it was really a wonderful thing to do together. I really would encourage you to also do that, to find someone that you can talk to. And nowadays we have Skype, we have Zoom, there's things that you can use live with the internet. Even if you're in a remote place and there are no other string teachers around you, you can certainly still reach out and get to know someone and have a kind of a buddy to help you with your year. So the last thing I want to say is really another important thing that you can do. You know yourself better than anyone else, and I would challenge you to schedule some dates in your year, even if it's just twice, or maybe you could do it every month. Schedule some times to celebrate your success, because you're going to be your best cheerleader. You know yourself, and it's easy to get down in the dirt and get really overwhelmed and feel sad about the things that we didn't do great, or troubles that come up, problems that we have in our teaching, and sometimes we have problems with kids. I mean, let's be honest, that there's no perfect classroom and we all have to get through difficult times in our teaching, but give yourself a chance to celebrate successes. There's so many things that are going right and that will go right, and it's important to recognize those and take time out and celebrate them. So what do you like to do? What are things that make you feel good besides chocolate and other indulgences? I mean, for me personally, I really love going out and doing events, or like getting to know things, like going to presentations. I recently went on a tour of the press house in Stuttgart, and that for me, that was kind of a reward to do that and get to know some people who were involved in journalism in this area. But that's another story. But I just love live presentations, so I'm trying to schedule a few more of those things during the year to enjoy my own teaching and the successes that I have in my teaching. So do you have any other ideas? Maybe if you want to, you can give comments below, and please, if you like this video and subscribe to this channel for future ideas. And also you can get a free workbook to go along with these ideas that I've talked about. So I wish you a wonderful year in your teaching, and have a great one.